have no idea how to say your last name.
No, you better say it. Give it your best shot.
What he said. I take it it's you?
Yeah. You're on camera. You need to say it.
Mic drop. Say I'm not. I know I'm not.
Okay, that's good enough.
What's going on, everyone? Emo Tempest here, and man, this weekend was a blast. First of all, I guess I just want to say that sorry that my video didn't come out yesterday on time. I came back home to a house who had a stroke apparently. So yeah, half of my house was missing power. Not exactly sure what happened. The FPL guys don't even know what happened. But anyway, that's all fixed now. I can finally sit down and edit my videos and get a chance to record and talk to you guys. The real problem is I couldn't, the computer, nothing, there wasn't enough electricity running through my house, so I couldn't do anything. I couldn't, I tried rendering or editing video and my computer would shut off on its own. There was no AC. It was a mess. But yeah, so I'm here now, and I know normally I do these a little more personal, but I'm a mess after such a long trip, 4 days of card gaming and just nerding out, and it was really amazing. I had a blast. As you guys can see there in that last video that I got top 8 in the sealed event, and that was about as far as I got. Adam Lane beat my butt live on stream, and it was so much fun. We had a great time. It was a really good duel. I went back and watched them already. My two stream duels. And they were fun. I'll leave the link in the description for the sealed tournament and the constructed tournament if you guys want to check those out. If you haven't seen them already, if you didn't watch them live, you can catch up on those. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm really just happy I got to see all my friends. I'll probably go through everyone in a little bit. I have a long list here of people I want to make sure I mention. I did a lot of testing. I had a lot of fun. I didn't do so well in sealed. Well, I think I could have done better in sealed. So I was X2, and then the final round of Swiss, I had to play Andy, and so I gave it to Andy so he could try to. He was going to get in for sure, and it was rough if I was going to get in. So there was no. I think honestly, it's the worst when you have to play your teammate on the bubble, and I'm sure a lot of you have experienced that. Having to knock each other out. But because I already have my invite, I'm not worried about it. I was really hoping he would. Unfortunately, Okimoto took him out again. Yeah, there was a lot of crazy decks. There was a lot more ice than I expected. My two losses in sealed. Well, we'll go back to sealed really quick. Were actually just against Nidhogg. So I know I mentioned playing Kane. In sealed is a good idea because it's very unlikely that you'll run into Nidhogg. But incidentally, that's exactly what happened to me all day. I dropped a Kane, and then sure enough, 2 turns later, I drop another forward, and then on my opponent's turn, they remove my forward, drop a card from my hand, and Nidhogg to steal my my Kane away. And that's really the only reason I lost all weekend. I think I did pretty good in coming up with a funny deck. I called it Pray for Leo because I was using every color, and if I drew Leo and kept him alive safe and long enough, I was going to be able to play what I thought were the best cards from the set. So I guess it was primarily focused around Wind, Lightning, and Earth with like one fire card, 3 water cards, and 5 ice cards. I think I definitely made the right choice of playing 50 cards. I know some people's like, oh, it's you can play less cards. That means you'll draw into your cards better. Yeah, but unfortunately, this sealed format has a card very annoyingly known around is Paul, and Paul sure enough made an appearance at least in two or three of my duels aside from fighting. Yeah, actually, definitely in my stream match in Swiss. I think it was my 5th round of Swiss. And yeah, he hit me twice, and it's a big deal. Those are 12 cards. The 2 from the damage, and then 10 from his effect. And then I think one of my opponents actually, I think it was round 3. He decked out because he was playing 40 cards, and I was playing. And the game went on long enough where it was just, I was gonna win. That's it. There's a lot of ways you guys can go into this, but if you ever have a chance to do a sealed event for Final Fantasy, definitely do it. Puts your brain really to the test, and I think everyone did a great job. Like there was never a point in those rounds where I felt like I was overpowered or I was, behind, except when Nidhogg stole my cane. But other than that, it was super fun. Like I said, Andy ended up 7th. He lost there too, and then I ended up 8th and lost in top right there as well. But yeah, going on to constructed, I took mono water. You guys saw my build. If you saw my previous video, mono water 2 ways. I went with Layla Viking Engine 1. I didn't make any changes to it. I was considering making changes to it at the end of it, but I was confident enough in all my matchups for it. And so ultimately what ended up happening was I drew really bad game. Well, okay, so game 1 I won it pretty easily, I think. Game 2, it was against Mono Ice Discard. He let me go first, which is what kind of threw me off. In my experience, I don't see Ice players letting someone go first. So I thought it was Lightning. Lightning is the only thing I've ever understood to go second, because they expect to draw the outside. So what I did is I tried to set up 2 backups and try to play a regular game, because I was going to deploy something. I believe I was going to deploy. I was going to do Ash and then a Minwu. I wanted to do 2 3s on turn 2. And so that didn't work out for me because he ended up playing Thaumaturge, and Buckaboo, I think. So that was that. Round 3 was... Oh, so round 1 was Chocobos, round 2 was Ice. Round 3 was also Ice, but it wasn't a discard build, it was a more tempo build. But I definitely didn't draw anything. Both of my hands were forwards and summons. So I mulliganed, it was also forward and summons, and then I drew into Minwu, and that was the only backup I saw for 3 turns. And then I think I eventually drew the Yuna, but by then I was already at 5 or 6 damage, and I did have Ash, but no Wrestler, so that kind of complicated things. And so yeah, my tech just drew really bad those 2 rounds. Like I said, I played out. My other matches, I believe, I think I have them here. Yeah, Ice Tempo, Water Wind Standard Units, which was fun. My 5th round drop, and then Andy in the last one. So honestly, I didn't play too much this one. I think for the first round Friday, it was only 5 people, and then 50 people, 50 or 60 people, leaving only 6 rounds. And then Saturday there was only like 40-something people, leaving another 5 rounds, I think, 5 or 6 rounds. I don't know. Congratulations to Jordan Dang for taking it, and honestly to all my friends for getting invites. I met Jordan's friend Jonathan, can't remember his last name, but and he got his invite, I believe, and Irvin Diaz from Jackson got his invite as well. I can't remember everyone else, but I can't remember anyway. I think Spencer, I met Spencer there as well. I think Spencer got his invite, so congratulations to him. And I guess really quick, I'm gonna go down the long list of names here. Again, what was really happy for me is just running and seeing everyone again from Boston that I met, and because we've been in contact ever since. But everyone lives so far away, and I think Gencon was a great place for everyone to meet. There was so much to do, so much cards to play, so many decks I went up against. I'm actually going to feature some of their decks. Of course, I've got their permission. I want to thank Irvin Diaz and Adam, I think it's Lucia. I don't know. I don't want to mispronounce it, but they both gave me they both played. So Adam got top 16 on Friday, I believe, and Irvin, he was playing Scions. He got top with Scions. He also brought an FFTA2 deck that he was messing around with, and he let me borrow it for a little while he was still doing top. And so I played a couple games, and it was really well. It's pretty good. Like I said, I've never said this, but unfortunately, I don't have enough time to test every deck. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to feature some of these amazing players' decks. I've played against them several times. We've always, well, Adam I met this time, and he did really well. He let me play his deck on Saturday while he was just, hanging out. And then Irvin let me borrow it the same day as well. And yeah, all these decks did really well in casuals, but I played about 5-6 games, and then they proved themselves on their own too. So those decks are going to be coming out soon. So I have an FFTA2 and lightning wind cipher deck coming out soon. I'll probably release both of those next week for you guys. This week I'm gonna give you guys the Ice Vikings that I promised and Chocobos. I took my Chocobo deck, Chocobo Paradise deck, and I took it primarily for Wolves Den because I wanted to try to get the most Chocobos or whatever. But the events, the conditions for winning prizes this time was a lot different, so I didn't get anything really. I think I want to say Cody went. We had to leave around that time when it was calming down and about to end. But I'm pretty sure Cody was like 18 plus wins or something, and he was crazy. I think I had just hit 17 before I had to go. But Chocobos did really well. It first took 5 in a row, beating. I feel like Chocobos, the aggression that my Chocobo deck is pretty good against ice. I played it against Jordan, while he was on Friday while he was warming up, and I think I got 2 games off of him. And then I beat, I can't remember his name, but something Wayne, or I think his name is Wayne something. And I think the Chocobos really caught him by surprise. So. Yeah, this deck it's pretty good. I like it. I think it only worries about lightning sometimes. But I did Paradise 3 times in the Wolves Den, and then I Paradise 5 times. 3 were successful, 2 I lost because of it.
Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention actually in Wolves Den was that I had the honor of watching and playing against Kageyama-san. He played me with some Firewater. Rebels deck, or like category 2 deck. It was fun, it was good. I did beat him, so I was able to get these 2 prizes, Japanese foil, Atamos, and Lednar. But hey, it was super fun. I was really honored to play against him and meet him, so that happened too. Again, an endless amount of stuff happened. But it was definitely fun. The deck proved itself. I'm going to share that list with you guys as well. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this for this tournament report. Again, it was we played Sealed Thursday, Constructed Friday. We watched the second round of Constructed. Side events, I think Andy and I did an extra Sealed tournament for fun. Well, he got first and I got fourth on that one. And then we just played so many games testing, and we had a good night with the RBA returners too. I believe it was Friday night. We went out to eat, and it was amazing. There's a little clip at the end of this video for you guys too, just to give you guys an idea of what happened there. But yeah, it's such an amazing time. I got to play the DC deck building game. I made some people real salty out there. It was hilarious. I've never seen people get so salty when you beat them, or when you're winning that they convince that one guy convinces the other 2 players to gang up on you. It was bad, but whatever. I didn't end up winning that, but I guess I'm proud of myself for making people really salty. And let me see. I think that was it. I did spend a lot of money on all the booths, the Blizzard booth, and the was it Dragon Shield? I got some exclusive Dragon Shield stuff. All in all, it was a great event. Too many things to do, especially if you're I don't think one person could do everything at this event. You'd obviously have to pick what you were going for. I felt bad. I really wanted to go see my friend Andrew's booth for his card game. Yeah, I felt really bad, but it was cool, and I did see him. He did stop by the Final Fantasy booth, and I should have gone out there, but I got caught up playing all these games. Wolves then took up a lot of time on Sunday too. I should have gone. I even missed out on another promo for DC because I was too busy playing Wolves then that nothing else mattered. Yeah, so I think the next big tournament, there's going to be 2 LQs coming up here in South Florida. Well, in Florida altogether. I think one's at Bearded Collectibles, and the other one is down here at PPG, Pro Play Games. Hopefully we can knock out everyone there and take that trophy. That one should be fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go real quick. Obviously, shout out to everyone. Again, I was really happy to see everyone. Kyle, James, Mr. and Mrs. Okimoto, Matthew, Max Williams, Irvin, Chris Adams and Adam Lane, Jordan Dank and his buddy Jonathan, Adam Lucia, the guy who's giving me his Wind Lightning build, Aaron Wiseman helped us out from his the Cards Cache booth too. Eric Davis, we were on a podcast with at the RV Returns. If you guys haven't seen that, make sure to go stop over there to check that out. Spencer, Jordan, and Devin, who piloted the craziest deck, probably the most interesting deck this weekend. It used the Sid engine with the evokers and stuff. You guys really got to check that deck out. It's amazing. Greg Cole, Cody, and Justin. Obviously I met I introduced two people to the game. I hope eventually they'll hear this. And Madeline and Elliot. I hope you guys continue to play, and I hope you guys find your way to my videos eventually. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's gonna be my tournament report. Everything was amazing. Food and the sleeping arrangements, the Airbnb was amazing. But yeah, I will catch you guys later. We have tournaments coming up. I have a lot of playtesting I need to do before Nationals. Nationals is at the end of September, September 29th and 30th, I believe. We will be in LA, I believe since the 28th. Yeah, we'll be there about the last 4 days of the month. I don't know if it goes to the 31st or not, but we will be there. We will be there the whole time. Yeah, it has 30th, so we will be there 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th in LA for Nationals. We're there early just in case we need the last chance qualifiers. But other than that, we're gonna go there to try to win Nationals, or at least top Nationals to get our invite to Worlds. I really hope there's an exclusive Nationals playmat that we get for just showing up there like they do at Yu-Gi-Oh! I would like something different from these other, plain black ones. I did find out that these the game black mats that we have here are exclusive to North America, which is amazing. I guess it's a little more cool that way. But I would prefer the the Asia Grandmaster play mats. I did see one. Max Williams had one, and I think Mrs. Ukimoto had one there too. But yeah, that's it, guys. Everything was great. A lot of deck lists coming your way. A lot of things I want to share with you. And I will catch you later. Thanks.
I like to ride my chocobo all day.
We will.
I'm in. Done. Absolutely done. Look at this. Look at this.
What?
Amazing.